Let me say something that might make a lot of men uncomfortable. If height were the deciding factor in dating, then short men wouldn't be dating at all. But a lot of short men are dating. So why do so many men feel disqualified even before they try? Today, I want to talk about why men obsess over height more than women do, where that insecurity actually comes from, why this belief is quietly sabotaging your confidence far more than your height could. Honestly, why does this happen most of the time with men? Is it the media influence? Is it the social pressure? Is it biology? Or it's just the culture? Let us start with the obvious one. Social pressures from the moment a boy is born. When boys are born, society sends a message: be strong, be tall, you can't cry, protect, lead. Just think about it. When you're a kid, who were the leaders on the playground? Usually the taller boys, right? The ones who dominated the games, the ones who got more attention from the teachers, or even the ones who were picked first for the teams. Meanwhile, on the other hand, girls aren't told to be taller. Mostly girls' attractiveness and social standings are measured differently, mainly by beauty. Then comes personality or how nice they are. You know what? It's not just the playground. Let's look at the media too. Movies, TV shows, and even in ads, they show tall men as the heroes and the leaders. They are also shown as the man who gets the girl at the end of the story. On the other hand, shorter men are mostly seen as the sidekick, comic relief, or a background character. So generally, we are low-key being socially conditioned to think taller men are more attractive, more confident, and more capable. But this is where it actually gets so interesting. This pressure doesn't even disappear when you grow up. It follows these men into dating apps, into social circles, and even real life dating. Height just becomes a symbol of confidence, status, masculinity. It's like a whole Greek god. During my research, I found this story and I thought this was so heartbreaking. If you can relate to this, I hope this video helps you feel better. I'm a 20-year-old guy with a height of 5'6". Almost all my friends are taller than me, and I've had a hard time even making eye contact with them. Everywhere I've seen taller guys have more success, either in dating or in other aspects of life. I have read many articles on how taller people are more successful and smarter than people with below average height. Recently, I was on a sub where a man spoke about how he was ignored and not taken seriously at his workplace, while his taller co-workers were listening to the same idea as he presented. Listening to and reading these kind of experiences make me really insecure and anxious a lot about my future. I'm usually a socially anxious person, so this insecurity feels like an extra burden to me. Based on stories he's hearing in real life, he just feels hopeless at this point. And why do you think these stories you're reading online will be your story? Those stories are not your story. You have to make your own story. There are other men out there who have made it in life. Tom Cruise, Robert Downey Jr., Daniel Radcliffe, Bruno Mars, Kevin Hart, Elijah Wood made it in this life not because of their height, because they worked hard on themselves. They work hard for what they believe in. Based on statistics, 78% of women prefer men taller than themselves, and nearly 50% of women prefer men who are at least 4 inches taller. Some people believe height is an evolutionary issue. According to research, humans pair shorter women with taller men more than they pair taller women with shorter men. But here's the thing, Biology doesn't really explain everything to us, but culture and media does. The downside is the media, the culture, the dating apps, they all turn this into a bias, a social issue where short men now tend to feel insecure about themselves. This issue has gone as far to the point that evolutionary psychologists looked into this issue and then they came to a conclusion that men might care about their height or might feel insecure about their height because it's being tied to strength, protection, and status in society. Evolutionary psychologists came to the point that looking at this issue from the point of survival perspective, taller men historically had the advantage. They could dominate social groups, they could hunt more effectively, and also they protected better. This was all in the evolutionary time. So, subconsciously, men focus on height based on factors surrounding society, the media, the dating apps, the culture. All this subconsciously affect men mentally, and this just generates some sort of insecurity and quietly self-sabotaging. Let's look at the POV of women. Women don't obsess in the same way men do over height. When it comes to research and real life experiences, women have shown that they will rather prioritize emotional intelligence, confidence, stability, humor over height. In the real life, women want partners who are good to them, someone who will just treat them right. Basically, that's the most important thing to women. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they do not care about height. I'm saying when it comes to priorities, height is not even on the top. Basically, what I'm saying is there is a biological signal behind height, no doubt, but society just exaggerates the whole situation massively. Here's the real debate: is height essential, or are we just conditioned to think it is? On Bumble, 90% of women are said to focus on the tallest 6% of men, even though 70% of men who feel taller think they have a dating advantage in comparison to shorter men. Shorter guys with charisma and confidence outperforms taller guys with anxiety and insecurities. Now let's get very personal. We all know height becomes a major insecurity for men, mostly because they obsess about it, and height is very visible and unchangeable. You can't change it, everybody sees it. Some guys will rather overcompensate with their personality, their humor, their sense of fashion and style than to have self-doubt and feel insecure about something they cannot change. But when it comes to women insecurity, we just worry about social validation, appearances and looks. That is what most women care about. Maybe their hair, how their clothes look. That's all they tend to feel most insecure about. They'll care about things like their age than to care about their height. Here is a question for you guys. Have you ever felt insecure about your height, and how did this affect your dating life?